gudanaysana waajibaadkeeda dastuuriga ee ka saaran ilaalinta midnimada qarannimada iyo xasiloonida dalka.
We have decided to cut ties with the Kenyan government. We also recall our government officials in Kenya to come back home.
Dowladda Federaalka Soomaaliya waxay u yeeranaysaa
Also, Kenyan government officials who are in Somalia have been directed to go back to Kenya.
waxayna ku amraysaa kuwa halkan ka jooga dowladda Kenya inay dalka kaga baxaan muddo 7 maalmood ah oo ka bilaabanaysa caawa oo bishu tahay 15 December 2020.
A few hours after Somalia cut diplomatic ties with Kenya, and the move was like kicking a can down the road, with each country flexing its muscle.
Kenya and Somalia, and all of us are aware that Kenya and Somalia have got, a lot of similarity.
Government spokesperson Cyrus Oguna issuing what can be read as veiled threats to Somalia.
Diplomacy and international relations also works on the principle of, quid pro quo, right? You scratch my back, I scratch your back. And as a country, we've been very, very, kind and accommodative, because remember that even in Dadaab, we have got Hagadera, Ifo camps that currently house over 200,000, in people from, a neighboring country.
While this was going on, officers of the Somalian National Army were deployed on the common border in Mandera and could be seen placing technical vehicles at border points 3, forcing locals to start leaving their homes in case of danger. Kenya saying it will not fall into Somalia's trap and would instead go the talks way.
And as of now, certainly there are, discussions, taking place or going on to ensure that the relationships are normalized for normal socioeconomic, activities to be able to continue as they were before.
And while all this was going on, President Uhuru Kenyatta was very busy in the State House, Nairobi, building with one hand and destroying with the other, when he acknowledged Somaliland as an autonomous region and further promised to open a consulate in the capital, Hargeisa, by March next year. In a joint communique by the two presidents remaining silent on the developments in Mogadishu. The simmering tiff between Nairobi and Mogadishu boiled over on Monday after President Uhuru Kenyatta hosted Somaliland President Musa Bihi in State House, Nairobi, for talks which clearly did not augur well with Somalia. Mogadishu's relationship with Somaliland remains frosty ever since the latter broke away from Somalia in 1991. This impasse in turn has bled into the disputes over territory, the management of resources, and security cooperation.
Dowladda Federaalka Soomaaliya waxay u gaartay go'aankan si ay uga jawaabto.
The federal government of Somalia has reached this decision following the series of political interference and violation of Somali sovereignty.
There has been a looming diplomatic spat between Nairobi and Mogadishu after Farmajo expelled Kenya's ambassador to Mogadishu, Lucas Tumbo, a few weeks ago. Mogadishu cited what it termed as the Kenya's government's interference in its internal and political affairs.
So there is a committee that has been put in place to be able to look at those issues that are, coming in between these two neighboring countries that have got a lot of, history between the two of them to be addressed.